Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Facebook Live. My name is Miss J and I'm so happy that y'all have decided to join us today. This week is actually our last week doing Facebook Live, so it's our last Monday, and of course we have a lot of really exciting things planned to do with you all, and we have some really fun guests. So Mr. Sergio and his team are going to take over today.
Hey everyone, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. As you can see, we're outside and we're going to be doing a really fun activity. We have safety goggles and masks on for that purpose. We do apologize for the noise. There is some construction going on in the background and it's a little bit windy, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, let us know which site you attend by commenting down below. Let us know what city or state you're from. Just some quick safety tips. For this experiment in particular, you want to make sure to wear goggles. You can wear a face mask. Shout out to Ms. Jan. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, you want to make sure that you wash your hands front and back, in and out, so that your hands are clean. You want to make sure not to touch your face. We want to also practice social distancing, so we want to keep 6 feet away from others in social settings. You should definitely have your parents' permission if you're watching Facebook Live. Do not do this experiment without your parents' permission. It's very important that you ask your parents for permission to do this. It can be a little extreme. So you want to make sure you have your parents' permission for being on Facebook Live and for doing this experiment. You want to make sure to also let your parents know if you're not feeling well. So if anyone's not feeling well, if you're sick, if you are coughing, just let them know. You want to make sure to let an adult know. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So we're gonna get started. We have a bunch of special guests today.
Hi, I'm Miss Destiny from Winburn Elementary. Hi, I'm Miss Janae from Magnolia Woods Elementary. Hey, I'm Miss Tasia from UT.
All right, and what we're doing today is something that you might have seen going on a lot in the internet. So this experiment is basically, you got a watermelon or any sort of fruit and we're gonna put rubber bands around it to see how much it takes for it to explode. So we're basically gonna be exploding a watermelon today. We do have about 80 rubber bands on there already that we added, and we're gonna keep adding on. So if you guys wanna guess, you can let us know how many rubber bands you think it'll take to explode the watermelon. We have a few different kinds, so we have the thin ones and the thicker ones. So it's gonna be really fun, and we're gonna see what happens. So we have two teams. We have Ms. Tasia and Ms. Janae as team 1, and then I'm gonna be with Ms. Destiny, we're team 2. So we're gonna get started. So how many do you guys have on there?
89.
80, okay.
Yeah.
How many do we have on here?
We have 70, so we need 80.
All right. We have 80. What we found to be really easy is we're using lots of rubber bands at once. So Ms. Destiny just put 10 on there. So she grabbed 10 and put them on there. So I'm gonna grab 10 more. If you're doing this, and if you're doing a competition like we are, you want to make sure that you are keeping track of how many rubber bands you're putting on there. So this will make it 90, right?
Alright, we at 95.
Okay. As you guys can see, we made a little barrier here to make sure to have everything go in certain areas and not cause a mess. It's gonna get messy, so we'll see how that goes. So it's 90, right?
Yes.
So we have 90, we're adding 10 more. So we're at 100. Alright, so we're at 100, we have 10 more, that's 110. It's definitely a great activity to do as a group. You definitely don't want to try to do it by yourself, but you can.
So for those of y'all that are just now tuning in, we are doing a really fun activity to see which watermelon will explode first. And we are using just plain small, medium-sized watermelons, and we are using rubber bands. And we have two teams. Our first team here, Miss Destiny and Mr. Sergio. And our second team, we have two people, and we are testing to see which watermelon will explode first. And y'all can definitely share in the comments. I see some people have commented how many rubber bands they think we'll need. Miss Jan says 150. Miss Pat says 200. Which one do y'all think will explode first?
Rubber bands, 145. What's your name?
Miss Janae and Miss Tasia are at 145. Are y'all noticing anything different about your watermelons?
I don't think it's about the pussy. Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Not quite.
We're at 140.
I think I'm starting to see a little dip.
Yeah, I can see it changing up a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're at 140. We put 20 on there. We don't recommend putting 20. That was a little difficult. So definitely around 10 or 5 would be great.
Okay.
Catch up with us?
155.
We're at 155. We're at 150 with this one. We're about to be at 160. So catch up.
All right, Mr. Sergio and Miss Destiny are at 160.
So with these, we have 15 here. We're about to be at 150.
So they are testing putting on 15 rubber bands at a time. This seems to be a strategy that both teams are using.
165.
Yeah.
So do you think that it would be helpful? I see that some of y'all are moving more towards the top. Would it be helpful if there were more towards the middle? Or what do y'all think?
It probably would. I think it's gonna be more. It would have been more effective in the middle. Can we? Let's flip it over and start so we can even it out.
Okay, we have two new methods.
So here's 15. We're about to be at 180.
Mr. Sergio and Miss Destiny are on the move.
That was smooth right there.
Oh, look, you can see how the watermelon's shape is changing.
Mm-hmm. Miss Janae and Miss Tasia, where are y'all at?
185.
185. Wow.
With this, we're at 190.
Mr. Jeremiah thinks that it will take 450 rubber bands.
450. Yeah, 190.
So we've definitely surpassed the 150. Miss Jan has now changed her guess to 300.
So with this, we have 10 more, so that's 200.
All right. We're at 200.
205.
Oh, wait. 200 and 205. It's so amazing how y'all have the same amount of rubber bands, but they look totally different on your watermelon.
So now we have 15 here, so that's 215.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
215. I mean, you putting 10 or 15.
we're gonna do
This
20.
220. Ooh. We're doing 20.
Do y'all think that the thickness of the rubber band matters?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a total difference.
Okay.
The thicker it is, the harder is it for it to stretch it out. So
I'm not sure if y'all heard that, but Miss Janae said that the thicker the rubber band is, the harder it is to expand. So that means that it will definitely be tighter on the watermelon.
235.
So we're also at 235.
So we
Okay, both teams are currently at 235.
All right, it looks like it's about to do something. I'm scared now.
Uh-oh. Miss Tasia, Miss Janae's watermelon is saying that theirs is squeezing a little bit. And of course, if you want to try this at home, again, make sure that you have your parents' permission. This explosion can definitely be a little bit unpredictable. And of course, everyone, before they began, wash their hands, and we have everyone wearing face masks as well. And we will definitely wash our hands again after we do this activity.
No, that's what we said.
I think we at 255.
Okay, Miss Tasia and Miss Janae are at 255.
We're at 265.
Okay, 265 for Mr. Sergio and Miss Danielle. Miss Destiny, I'm sorry. I'm so used to How are we on rubber bands? Have y'all used more than you thought you would?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. 275.
Definitely. Okay. So we are 55. Another 10 right there.
10, so that's 290, right?
Are y'all noticing any changes in your watermelon?
The watermelon's starting to feel a little bit harder on top. Like
Okay.
at the bottom.
Miss Janae said the watermelon is starting to feel a bit more firm. Anyone else? Other team?
So we're getting to 300 at the moment.
Miss Destiny and Mr. Sergio are at 300. I can definitely see a little curve from where the rubber band is.
How many are there? It was 285. Oh,
15, so
Okay.
oh,
We've had our first rubber band pop. So, do y'all think that the watermelon will make a sound when it pops?
I hope so. So it gives us a warning to back up.
I think one of ours actually popped but stuck. So
I think it's so interesting that your watermelons are standing up vertically now, when beforehand I don't think they would have been able to do that. So maybe do you think the rubber bands are creating a sort of center of gravity?
Yes.
are y'all standing up by itself?
Yeah.
No.
It could also be due to the shape.
Here's 10 more, so we're at 350.
Oh, wow. Miss Destiny and Mr. Sergio are at 350.
What did Mr. Jeremiah say?
Mr. Jeremiah said 450. Let's see.
I get there.
We've passed up Miss Pat's guess.
193, and we did 10. No, I said I just put 10 reference bands on twice. So
We're at 360 now.
193.
All right, we are at 360.
293, so what is it? They all
10,
think.
so
Can y'all think of any other fruits that this may work with?
I would say,
I'm trying to think.
maybe a pineapple.
A pineapple. That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe a papaya could work.
Yeah.
However, I'm not sure that we would get the exploding effect. It may just kind of slice in half, depending on the size of the fruit.
Shout out to Ms. Danielle for tuning in.
Yeah, because she just ate the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
It fell. Surprising.
It didn't pop, so that's a good sign.
All right. I'm surprised it didn't pop. Maybe if it would have fell on that concrete, it probably would have.
Yeah.
We're at 173. Only at 173.
So we're about to be at 400.
Okay. What about y'all, Miss Janae and Miss Tasia? Where are y'all
I
at?
can't lie to you right now.
I think we got
It's
a low
somewhere-
count. We in like 333, 343.
Okay, we're in the mid 300s
Uh-huh.
with Miss Janae and
We'll
Miss
go with
Tasia.
343.
We're officially at 400.
Okay,
400.
Mr. Sergio and Miss Destiny are at 400.
So if you're tuning in, if you think that we can make it to 450 while this floating, put a thumbs up. If you feel like we're not gonna make it to 450, put a thumbs down.
So for those of y'all that may not have heard Miss Destiny, she said that if you think that they will make it to 450, give us a thumbs up, and if you think that it will go past 450, give a thumbs down. What are your thoughts? Do you think 450 is the max?
So we at 410 or 420.
Okay. It's gonna be 420. Shut
I'm sorry.
420.
420. We're really about to cover the whole watermelon.
I wonder if moving some of the outside rubber bands closer to the center, if that will
That's what I
apply
was
more
thinking
force.
too. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that may apply more force to that one area.
So let's see.
So we're at 430.
It may also be a difficult task.
Yeah.
It's once you get on it, it's like solid. It don't move. They don't move.
Yeah, I just hope that we don't run out of rubber bands before.
If that's okay, we just gonna throw them on the ground and see if things float in.
How many is it?
6.
Okay, Miss Jan gave a thumbs down. She thinks that it will take more than 450.
It probably will.
Okay, so we're at 440.
Might be right.
Yeah, I would say try your best to put your rubber bands as close to the center as possible. That may assist in the pressure.
All right, it's to you.
All right, we're officially at 450. So Mr. Jeremiah, looks like we gotta keep going. So it wasn't 450, but that was a great guess.
I'm trying to put my hand, like put it towards the middle, but it's like
It won't move.
yeah. It ain't hurt.
So this activity definitely falls under STEM, but it's also falling a little bit into triple play. We're getting a lot of exercise going with this. So this is 460. So here's 15, so we're now at 475. Oh no.
Okay, I got it.
Are y'all getting some action?
My hair keeps
If you pay attention to the air, like they top is sticking out more, and you can see the center really going in.
Mm-hmm.
485.
45.
So we're at 485.
You running out first? No.
Here's 15 more, so we are now at 500.
Oh wow, Mr. Sergio and Miss Destiny have reached 500.
My hands.
Wait.
Or you go down first.
All right, so where are we on rubber bands, y'all?
We're running out.
Looking scarce.
Do y'all think it may be, should we focus on one? Do you feel like there may be one that may explode more before the other?
I think theirs probably gonna explode before ours. Theirs is
Here's
starting to
15, so we're at
stick out more at the
515.
top.
I got very nice. I'm sorry, y'all. No. It's a thick watermelon. This watermelon is
So that is definitely something to consider also. Do you think that the size and shape of the watermelon matters, and in what way?
Ours is thicker than theirs, for sure.
yeah. This looking real
Yeah.
deep.
Do y'all think that one of the larger size, longer watermelons would take more or less rubber bands?
Less. So they're thinner.
So what are some factors that y'all think would affect this, especially in considering the size of the watermelon? We have some people that have said the thickness of the watermelon hull. Any other things that y'all can think of that could be a variable?
Definitely how ripe the watermelon is.
Okay, so Mr. Sergio said the ripeness of the watermelon, and I definitely agree with that as well.
How many are y'all left?
Yeah. We probably somewhere around there with y'all. Been putting 15 on. No, wait, what you said? 500. No, y'all probably in the 400. We in the 500. Okay. If we had enough, we could make 1,000. Yeah, 525.
10.
The bag is caught
You think
inside.
maybe we should focus on just one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so from here, it looks like we are getting a bit more success with Miss Destiny and Mr. Sergio's watermelon. So to really see what we can do, really get an exposure, we are going to work together and focus on one watermelon. So how many rubber bands does that watermelon have?
We have 535 at the moment.
Okay.
We could probably get some now. I'm gonna say maybe we could get some of those.
Yeah, I was gonna pull some of them off.
This 10 right here.
Great. So we're at 445 with this Davis 10 that she's adding on here. Let's move it on down. That's 10, right?
So are y'all noticing any differences in the shapes now?
Yeah, thinner.
Okay. So I'm going to get really close so we can kind of look at the shape of the watermelon before y'all add on. So I can definitely see here that it seems like it's kind of,
Oh, wait,
especially here, definitely some pressure there. So,
I got another piece.
Oh, this is 10 too.
So we're currently at 455 with these 10.
Mango.
or 65. The watermelon's definitely changing shape up here.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're getting somewhere. A little scared to be right in front of it, but
Another 10.
hot.
Yeah, I can definitely see from a distance that the shape is
75.
changing.
Another 10.
For those that are just now tuning in, we are doing a fun sim activity to
495,
see how much
495.
pressure it will take to explode a watermelon with rubber bands.
That's 10.
We did have 2 teams, but we are now focusing on one watermelon, the team.
605.
They are at 6:05 now.
1.
We have more rubber bands. Thank you, Miss Danielle,
So much,
for
Danielle.
assisting us.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Okay.
They I know we ain't put all these
I
on.
was like, oh, Lord.
That's
10.
10.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You're helping. 615. 625.
Oh wow, we're getting up there. I can definitely see the pressure on the sides for
Okay,
sure.
we done ran out of rubber bands over here. Thank you.
We have Miss Janae assisting, getting some more rubber bands for us from the other watermelon.
All right, it's 10, Rich.
You're at 625.
Yeah.
So we're now at 635 with these 10.
Oh wow, 6:35.
645. 655.
Oh, they got 2 on the clock.
Oh, there you go. 10 right there.
So yeah, if you guys can, please comment down below. Let us know how many you think it's gonna take. We're currently at 665. I think it
So
might take
Mr.
around 800
Sergio said
maybe.
that they are at 665. Please give a new count of how many rubber bands you think it'll take.
Okay, this 10. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Alright, we now have 685.
Oh wow, do y'all think they'll make it to 700?
I think so.
I think so.
685.
I'm gonna make a hypothesis of 1,000.
Oh wow, Miss Tasia is shooting
I'm gonna
high.
say
She's saying
950.
1,000. Miss Janae is saying 950. Any other guess?
I'm going to say, where are we at?
695.
695. I'm gonna say 900.
Miss Destiny says 900.
I'm hoping for 800.
Mr. Sergio says 800.
We're now at 705 with the 10 that Miss Tasia just added.
This is only 7.
Okay.
Well, 8. You can give me that one.
9, 10. What did I say?
705.
So we're now at 715.
We are now at 715.
Bus.
Right. Don't wait for it to.
I tell you, the watermelon actually looks like it's changed shape a little bit. It was a bit more round when y'all first started, and it's definitely starting to look a bit more like an oval.
It's 10.
Mr. Jeremiah is now saying 1,115.
We're at 725.
Oh wow, I definitely think, yeah.
You're making a sound like a bucket rubber band.
No, let me not get my face too close to them.
Is it making a sound?
Uh-huh.
All right, we've got some sound action from the watermelon.
I'm getting scared.
Oh. Am I too close? Why am I
Right.
close?
10.
7:25, right? Everyone's abandoned me.
I'm here on the
7:35.
side.
Maybe now, when we're adding, if y'all lower the numbers, that way you can kind of really gauge.
Like right,
How much is it?
5. Right here, it's about to pop. It's tight.
Uh-oh. What number are we at?
It's putting,
740?
740.
it's cutting it.
So right here on the side,
It's you can really
cutting.
see it squeezing. Like
Okay.
It's cut through.
So y'all can actually see the red then? Or,
It's like how it's squeezed.
No, it looked like
Okay.
it's got a dent in it now.
okay, we have a visible dent in the watermelon. What number are we at?
We're at 740.
Okay, we are at 740. So Miss Pat guessed 750. Miss Jan guessed 775.
It's all good.
All right.
I need 2 more.
So with these 10, we are at 750.
We're at 750.
We're at 760.
Let's see.
All right.
Y'all look at 10.
How many are, what will this make?
770.
So we're now at 770 with the bunch that Mr. Sergio has picked.
Almost 800.
Miss Danielle was here with you on the I apologize for the outside noise. are near a construction site, so there may be a bit of outside noise, but we are still putting rubber bands in our watermelon. We are now at 830.
So I have 30 here. Starting with 90. So
All right, where are we at, you guys?
we're at 890.
890.
890. Oh wow.
900.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm about to 20. 900.
Make sure that we can see the watermelon here so we have a good view of the explosion.
6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 10, 10.
Oh wow. Do y'all think we're gonna make it to 1,000?
920. I ain't got, girl, I ain't got so scared. I thought you was
Here is 30.
Oh wow, Mr. Sergio is attempting to put 30 rubber bands on at once.
What that's gonna make?
960.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Wow.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Oh.
18, 19.
Do y'all think that'll work?
That's what that makes you do? 960. Hold it on this side so roll it down.
So as you can see, whereas we originally had 2 teams working on the watermelon, this has definitely become a team effort.
Okay, this 20.
So we're at 980. We're getting close to 1,000.
Somebody want to
Yeah. Definitely, you know, put them
So how much is it?
980.
980.
994.
Mr. Jeremiah said he's still sticking with his
Oh yeah, we missed my
1,115.
mark. I said 950.
What was this mark?
1,115. Are there any sounds coming from the watermelon?
We're
Anything?
about to be at 1,000.
Okay.
How many you got?
So we're at 1,000 now.
Maybe the set that y'all added on top, you know, if y'all can take a few off and pull it down towards the center.
Hold that side for me, Janae, please. So I can pull it out. Y'all gonna
He
be
said
quiet.
1,015.
1,115.
1,100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't think y'all make it that far. It got a dent in it, but
What's it out?
this 10.
So how much is it?
Oh, wasn't it 1,000?
Miss Jan is saying that she thinks we'll go past the 1,100.
It's 20, so it's
Oh wow, I can definitely see some change in the shape again.
Is it busting? I see a little juice.
Oh, we've got some juice action. Is it coming from a slit?
what?
Oh, it's sweet.
Yeah, I think it's what?
So we're at 1,050.
1,050?
Yeah.
Okay.
The watermelon. It's
It's
juicy.
coming out.
It's juicy.
Okay, so watermelon is coming out. Juice is coming out of the watermelon right now.
So what it is now? 1,060.
1,060.
Alright, this 10 right here.
So it seems that we have a method. We have people that are setting the rubber bands out in groups of 10, and then we have groups that are putting the rubber bands on.
Ooh, y'all see that splash of juice? Let's play.
Put your 20, it's going to be 1,100.
So we've reached 1,100.
Okay. Let's see if Jeremiah's right.
Okay. 1,110. Look, a lot of juice right here.
So there's a lot of juice coming out. We're at 1,110.
9, 10. I got 10.
Here's some right here also.
Well, Mr. Jeremiah, it seems that we have gone 5 over your guess. We are now at 1,130. Okay.
One full.
It's very wet now.
Yes.
Yeah, there's juice jumping everywhere. 1,140? 1,140, right? Now it's 1,150. So, Mr. Jeremiah.
So we are now at 1,150.
1,170.
Definitely, maybe some on the top. Try scooting them down.
I think the watermelon being a little stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, I think like around this area.
Oh wow, there's some juice dripping down. I can see it from here.
Oh, the top's starting to buzz.
Oh wow, we've got some action.
It cracked.
So it did crack on top.
But it didn't buzz.
We haven't gotten a bust yet, but it did crack on top. Do y'all want to show? Oh wow.
Oh, hold on.
Can y'all see?
Oh, that thing.
Turn around so you can see that part. Yeah, turn around.
So we did get some action. The watermelon finally burst on top.
I want to see the burst. Yes.
You guys want to keep adding?
I want to
Yeah.
see it explode.
We're going to keep adding to it until it completely bursts.
So the team would like a full explosion. They are going to try adding a few more. So how many did it take for us to get this?
Seems like 1,170.
1,100.
1,170. Wow.
Oh, yeah. 1,000. That's 10. Man, that watermelon smells good.
So we're at 1,180. $1,190. 1,200.
1,200. Where do y'all think the explosion will happen? Or will it just continue to push more juice out from the other end?
I think it might. I think since it
Yeah.
ruptured, it
It's
might.
just pushing more juice out.
Yeah, that's probably what it's going to do because it's already open.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's flip it over. I'll come over and get a closer view so that our viewers can see kind of what we had happen here. So as y'all can see, the watermelon, let's make sure it's,
I just want to eat that.
as y'all can
Started
see,
off.
the watermelon started out there.
And then it started splitting. And then we ripped this part off to try the other side. But it seems like that's about all we're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just pushing all the juice out now.
And I'm gonna try to get a closer view for y'all. Let's see here. So as y'all can see, we have these two pieces that are broken off, and you can see even the top of the watermelon is kind of round, You can see here on this part where the pressure is, you can see how it's kind of dented in. So that's where we really had our split. And it's not really like that on the bottom end, but it's definitely like that at the top. Mr. Jeremiah, congratulations, you were the closest. Good job, good job. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to Facebook Live today. If you do decide to do this activity, please make sure that you have your parents' permission. Wear some goggles and clothing that you don't mind getting messy, just in case you have a bigger explosion. Thank y'all so much. Y'all want to say bye?
Bye. See y'all later.
Join us again tomorrow for Boys and Girls Club on the Go.